everybody, and welcome back to my channel, Subscription Boxes and More with Michelle. And I have something different for you, a little bit. I went to Target and I found some little kits to make stuff. And I thought, why not? Let's check them out, see how they work. If they work, see if they're worth the money. And to start with, I got this DIY snow globe ornament. Now I have a bigger one from Target that's going to make a bigger, like, tabletop sized one. And we'll do that in a different video. But this one is a little Christmas tree sized one. And then there are these, and that was $3. It was $3, if you can see that on there at the bottom. Then there were these to make, they're like little flower pots, but you paint them up and they make jingle bells that you hang on your tree. And that was also $3, and it makes 4 of them. You paint them how you want. But there was something else really neat. It would make really great stocking stuffers for the younger people in your life, or just people that like artistic things, you know, little small purse size on the go kind of kits. I have 7 grandchildren, but I also like little miniature things. So when I saw these, I was like, oh, grandkids. I was like, oh, cool, miniature stuff for me. All right, so here is an acrylic paint kit, but there's also a watercolor paint kit. Now you've seen something like this from 5 and Below on my store, from the 5 and Below store on my channel. I bought them, but I haven't used them yet. There's also a finger ink kit where you do like fingerprints and you make it into pictures. They show it. That's why I had to get it, like the dinosaur. Can you see it? Anyways, and then there's a build your own snowman kit with stamps. So let's get into these and just see what's actually inside these. Let's start with the acrylic paint one since we looked at it first. So it's in a little like Ziploc pouch. So let's see what exactly, I mean, it shows you on the back, and they're $3 a kit. I mean, it shows you on the back, but let's just actually look and see, because I'm telling you, for $3, I think this would make a cute stocking stuffer for anyone in your life that likes to do artsy things. Look at the size of this paintbrush. Look. I mean, look. Let me see if I can hold it by the bristles and the... It's very tiny, and I have little hands, so honestly, it's like not even a bad size for me. It looks like it might be like about a 2 round brush. And then you got these 3 little, you got your red and your blue and your yellow, so you can make any color. So you have your 3 little tubes of paint. But look at this, guys. Look at this little paint palette to mix it in. And then they give you some... It looks like it's even watercolor paper. It's a pack, but I'm trying to get it open so we can see how much is in there. Trying to see the quality of the paper. Okay, guys, it's not half bad. Listen, I mean, it's obviously it's not the best quality, but it's good enough. 6, and I would say this is somewhere about a 3 by 3. All right, so it's 3.5 by 3.5. The size of the paper, and it's textured, so it is watercolor paper, so it's got some tooth to it to hold on to that. And it even gives you an acrylic paint guide that just folds out, and it's just one thickness. Tells you about wash and dry brush and stippling and impasto, creating textures and things. I don't think there's another sheet, so just little booklet that, okay. So, you know, I think this is nice. The one I got from the 5 and Below, of course, was $5, and it actually came with a small easel and things like that. So that, you know, a really tiny little tabletop easel. And so that was neat. But combine all this together, right, with that, and have even more options. Sorry about that. So there's that little kit. I should actually make a little painting out of it, shouldn't I? Well, let's just look and see what each one has in it, and then maybe I'll use one of the kits to borrow them. I don't know. We'll do something. We'll do something to see if it's worth the money. I mean, it's $3. but should it be $1? All right, so here's the watercolor one, and it's got the same little paintbrush. The only thing, I mean, for $3, what am I asking for? But I really wish they had the little plastic clear thing that went over the bristles. Same paper, and I'm sure it's got the same number. It's got the little watercolor guide. So it gives you a color wheel and some techniques. And it even gives you some color mixing. So that's really neat. But look, guys, there are 12 colors here. 12 little cakes. Let me get the plastic cover off of it if it's not taped down. Nope, it isn't. That way you can actually see the colors. So, you know, $3, I would say it is, okay, it's worth the $3, but I would like to see them give you the little paint palette. I realize it's watercolor, it's not acrylic. You can still mix paints on a palette. I use a palette for watercoloring to mix my colors and everything. You know, and it doesn't matter when it dries because it's thin. It's going to dry very quickly. You add a little more water. I just think it'd be nice, I mean, for $3 that they also included the small palette. My opinion. But at the same time, for this, for $3, I think if they would have added a tube of white and a tube of black, you could do anything with it. You know, you've got your primary colors. You can mix and make whatever color you want. But it would just make this just a little more worth the money if there was a white and a black. Because you can't mix colors and make white. You can mix colors and end up with black. More than likely, you're going to end up with a yucky brown. But you can mix and get black, but it's going to take a lot of your color to get it. And you can't mix and get white. So for this, it would be nice if they'd add the acrylic if they added a white and a black. And I think for this watercolor one, it'd be nice if they added the little small palette. Now, I have the palette because I have this one. But I don't have the white and black because it didn't come with it. And this is watercolor. It has white and black, but it's not acrylic. Just my thoughts. And again, $3. So, but Michelle, it's only $3. Yes, it's only $3. I'm just saying what I think, my opinion of what I would like to see, make it worth a little more. I would even, you know, venture to pay upwards to $4 or $5 if they, you know, added those things. But these are very nice little kits. Could you imagine if they added the little easel, you know, the little, you see them at Walmart with one little, or any of the craft stores really, that has the one little canvas on it. If they added like the little easel and the little acrylic set, add white and black and the colors, and the little easel and the one of the little canvases, charge it $5 or $6. All right, now we're gonna look at the Fingerprint Ink Kit. This isn't all day long. $3 for what I got here. I'm not mad about it because what did I get? I got 4. The hands are little, so it's going to be hard. I can't, maybe I can if I do 2 hands. So, blue and yellow and red and green ink pads. And a little gel pen. And some, it's just basic paper that's, I would say like finger paint paper, you know what I mean? It's a little... I think it's a little heavier than printer paper, and it looks to be about 6 or 8 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can make as many as you want, and this is going to last you a while. Instructions and inspiration. Your little fold-out guide here. They show a little monster there. See it? Isn't it cute? So I was thinking, you know, they have a bee, they have an apple, they have a butterfly, they have a bird. Uh-oh, they have a cat and a dog. But they also do the dinosaur on the back. But I was thinking, you know, you could do something Christmassy, like, you could do like fingerprints and do around and do a wreath or something. I don't know. I was thinking, you know, it doesn't have to be you're limited by your imagination, right? So only. I think, honestly, I don't know what I would add to this. Because it's already got an ink pen. It's already got your 4 colors of ink. Let's see, what would I? For $3. Maybe, okay, get this. Think about this. You've got the paper in there, and that's cool, right? And the paper's, I think of it as more of a freebie because, I mean, what is it? It's a sheet of paper. But what if you made little note cards with envelopes, like a set of 4? 4 little note cards, 4 little envelopes, plus the little papers to practice on in this little kit. Like I said, now you can bump the price up from $3, or leave it there, or, you know, $4 or $5 if you added those, and you toss it in their stocking, and they make little cards for grandma, grandpa, whatever. Just saying, I'm not complaining about what you get for $3. I'm saying what you could do to step it up just a little bit. You know, what I would do if it was me. And I'm saying, you know, you could even raise the price. So, but $3? Yeah, I mean, the little Tim Holtz inks, 4 of them, a whole lot more than $3. I'm not saying that this is Tim Holtz quality. I'm saying, right? It's worth $3 to get four little ink pads that you can use in all your paper crafting. I say it's worth it for as long as they work. I mean, we're going to try them here in a minute. But I'm saying, just for you. You got red, yellow, blue, and green. You know, you can do all kinds of stuff with that. Beyond, you don't have to get it all over your fingers if you don't want to. And you got that little tiny little pen. Bonus. All right, so this one, that was the, okay, we've looked at 3. Now we're going to look at the Snowman. And it's got rubber stamps, you guys. You can't beat this for $3. You got your little ink pad. Okay, now you've got your red, yellow, blue, and green, and now you have a black. So, you know, get all these together. You've got yourself a little pocket size art studio right there. Now all you need is a little miniature paper cutter, little miniature scissors, little miniature glue, and you're maybe a little bit of ribbon and stuff, and you're ready to go. You can make all kinds of stuff on the go. And I can't help it, guys. I'm a paper crafter at heart. Okay, first the stamps come like this, but then you break these apart. They're perforated, just like that. Okay, so you have 6 little stamps that make up your Snowman. So we're going to start with, here's his little face. So you draw his circles. There's his little face. Can you see it? Yep. Here's his little hat. Here's his little scarf. Helps if I turn it around the right way. Little scarf. He has little buttons for down the front of him. And his little stick arms. So you put him together, you stamp him, you know, you do all that. You can afterwards draw the circles around him so that you don't even have to worry about placing it right, because you stamp it and then you draw the circle, right? And you could even use a quarter or something. No, it's kind of a jaggedy edge. Something that size. And, you know, you have a really good... But guys, you don't just get black ink. Ta-da! You get red ink too. So you got 2 ink pads plus the 6 stamps to build your Snowman. Plus, oh, sorry. What other one did we miss? That was 5. You also got a snowflake. Okay. But you also get the little gel pen. And these are not like partially full. These are full like clear down here. See it? So you're getting almost as much ink. Okay, not of these, but I've gotten gel pens. Not here. I've gotten gel pens that are full-size pens that don't have more ink than that. And I've paid a lot more for them. So, just saying. All right, so you get your same amount of paper. Again, guys, add 4 or 5, 6 card blanks, you know, folded cards with envelopes. Charge $2 more, make it $5 instead of $3. Plus these to practice on. Just saying, you could make more money and hardly put any more in it. All right, so here's your little instructions. This one doesn't fold out, but it doesn't really need to. It shows you how you can do it. It shows you to draw your outline. I say stamp it first so you don't have to worry about getting his face off to the side, and then draw around it I would. And because this one's the one we have out, well, why don't we just go ahead and, oh, well, yeah, we'll do that. And then we'll look at the other kits if we have time. So anyways, if you get the finger ink kit and the Snowman kit, you get the stamps, plus you get the extra ink colors, guys. You would get 6 ink colors for $6. That's $1 a pot. Plus, as a bonus, you get the 2 black pens and the Snowman stamps. Think of it like that. You can't really get that from, you really can't, no, you can't. Tim Holtz or any of the other brands that have the little ink things this size. So, all right. So I'm going to take the piece of paper here and I'm going to stamp up my little face with my little black ink. And it's a nice juicy ink pad. Stick him down on here. Nice. All right, so there is my face. See how I placed it first? Then if I put my buttons down the front, then I know exactly where I want to draw his body and his head. Just my thoughts, okay? Cool, guys. This is too cute. I'm telling you, buy this as a, you know, Santa Claus is watching you gift for any of the young ones in your life, or get it for yourself and make Christmas cards. So see, there's where I've started. There's where I'm at. My circles aren't even that great, but hey, it doesn't really matter because he's made of snow. He doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, there he is so far. See, now he's grounded a little bit. He's sitting there on some snow. He's still a little off. But that's all right. You know, in our world, our snowman can be that way. And then, you know, the little children can come and knock him down because he'll roll right over that way real easy. All right. All right, so I'm going to ink up his hat. If I can get the ink lid back off. These, they want them to stay on. They're kind of hard to get off. And that's fine because we don't want our ink to dry out. I'm going to put his hat at a little bit of a jaunty angle and hope that I get it lined up on his head. I did, sort of. Now, we can put his little stick arms on. They're going to be black also because we don't have brown. It would have been nice. Okay, see, the other thing. Raise it up to $5 or $6. Give us a brown for the sticks. Guys, make it $6 or $7 and add an orange for, you know, and some other, just saying. How about a little glitter glue, a little cheap thing, not like Stickles, you know, the little cheap dollar thing, a glitter glue. You'll charge $8 and then you can make the snowflakes. I'm just trying to say, you know, and then, yes, then it's not like an affordable kit for a little kid, but, you know, when you go too far, right? But I'm just saying, there's so much you could do to make this like the perfect little craft, you know, take along kit and hardly cost yourself any more money, but yet, you know, make a few extra dollars. Just saying. Oh my goodness, you guys, he's so cute. Oh my goodness. He is so cute. Now, he does have some problems where I've inked him a little too juicy. I pushed down a little too much. If you push down too much, you get ink around the stamp where you don't want it. And I've got some, you know, but your children, they're going to do that. And I did too. Oh, let's do a red scarf because it came with red. And hope I don't get it inked, you know. Okay, suggestion. Let's put the scarf on first because otherwise, see what happens? Okay, let's put that one aside. Let's try another one. Let's do the scarf first thing. And I'm saying because I think we have just a little more control over where we put things. The scarf, it's a little hard to tell. I wish these were clear stamps. I know. The reason I wish they were clear stamps because then I can see where I'm putting them. I know what you're thinking, but Michelle, it was $3. What are you asking for? I'm asking not to embarrass myself on camera. Okay. I think because he's going to have a scarf on, we're going to wipe this off, and we're only going to ink up one, because you can do this. You don't have to ink the entire stamp. I'm going to ink just one button right on the corner of that. See? Can you tell that there's only one button? One cool there for his, put on his jaunty little hat. I'm going to do things and then draw his shape because I don't want to mess him up again. And if I get around the stamp, I can wipe it with that tissue, or a baby wipe would be even better. All right, this is what this is what I've got going on, and now I'm going to draw his shape. I don't want an absolutely round, perfect round, because snowballs are not always perfectly round. Sometimes they got, you know, bumpy spots, and I'm trying to make him just a little off from perfect, but not as bad as I did the first time. Okay, there's him so far. Then I'm going to do his little arms, and then I'm going to show him to you and see what you think. He's not quite Olaf, but not frosty neither. All right, we're going to fancy him up a little bit. Okay, there he is so far. I'm going to take this blue because we're limited on our palette here. We have blue and red and green because we have the two sets. Now, if we had one set, we would have exactly what we have there. However, I was lucky and I bought both sets, so I can expand my palette just a little bit. I think if they did a little set of these pens and did like red and green and blue and like a gold, the black, and orange, because Carrot knows. And like I said, the card bases, stick an $8 price tag on there all day, I'd buy it. You know I would. I'm a shopaholic. But I mean, even for my grandkids, I'd buy it. All right, I'm going to take the blue that I have, and I'm going to ink up, and I'm going to put a couple of snowflakies. I'm going to do one off the paper. Oops, well, maybe I'm not. I tried to go off the edge of the paper, but it didn't quite work. Okay, but we could make smaller ones, because these are some honking snowflakes. But that's what we have, because that's the stamp that came with it. I'm wondering if we couldn't, since we do have both sets and we have blue, if we couldn't take and ink up like I did and just do one button, and you can stamp it more than once. I never said my stamping skills were the greatest. And so I have a little bit of stamping where I don't want it. I want to cheat and try to cover it up a little bit with some white gel pen, because I don't want you guys to see what I did. I like my first snowman better until I you know, put a scarf over his face. I do. I thought he was cuter. This one's even wonkier, you know. I really wish I would have been a little less overzealous and paid a little more attention to my stamping, because I have smears. I have like spots where I wasn't being careful enough. And I apologize. And add some orange to his nose. I mean, you can't probably see it that well, but oh, we have the gel pen. Let's see if the gel pen works. Well, we know it works. We've been using it. I'm going to darken up his little eyes, his little cool eyes. I'm just playing, guys, because, you know, you got to consider that you probably have some of your own art supplies, right? That you can take with you on the go. Sorry, I know you can't see what I'm doing. I'm trying to give him a little more life here with my ink pens. Let's give his scarf just a little bit of something, something. Giving him a little texture. I'm going to take a glue pencil. Okay, here's what he's looking like, okay? But I'm going to jazz him up just a little bit. Hopefully you saw him. I'm going to add just a little bit of like shadow under his hat and give him a little dimension by giving him a little blue pencil around where things are. Under his hat even darker. Give him a little roundness by shading around his belly. Giving him a little curvature here. Giving him a little shadow on the ground. Going to give him just a little bit of rosy on his cheek. I'm trying to bring him to life one day. Not perfect. Again, I don't have the proper, you know, stuff here, but just a little bit of this purple. Maybe that would help with the under. These are retractable colored pencils. And then if we added a little glitter, what do you think? Nope, my Wink Castella's all dried out. Never mind. I need to buy new Wink Castella. Wink Castella is like a clear, it's like, it's got a paintbrush. It looks like a pen, but it's got a paintbrush at the end. It's got clear liquid that has just a very fine, I mean, we're talking micro glitter. Right here beside me. Let's look for my glue. Oh no, you know what? I'll use this little dotty tool. And I will put, like, in the center of these big snowflakes, a dot of glue. Because I have glitter. I'm going to sprinkle one here. And I could pop this on a card, you know. But then I can put some other dots around to stick some glue to. Or glue to. Some glitter to. In between some of the other snowflakes. And make sure we get a couple on him as well. To be all glittery. So we're going to put this on here and kind of shake it around and try to get it on the glue. He needs just a little something more, doesn't he? How about that little brim of his hat? What if we took and used this gold pen and turned it gold? What about that? Not too many colors, but just enough to make him look nice and friendly and cute. I'm going to darken up his hat brim underneath. Pop this little guy on a card. And you know, that is cute, is it not? I mean, for a $3 kit, tell me. And all I did was add the blue from the other kit. You don't have to. You could use crayons. You could use just the black and the red. I used a colored pencil in red and green and a little bit of gold right there. And, you know, there you go. And my stomach's growling. What do you think? Write a little sentiment, stick it on a card, send it to Grandma and Grandpa, Aunt and Uncle. I think that is a good $3 that I just spent there. I'm happy with that. All right, I'm gonna get one of these and we're gonna just do a little bit of fingerprint art. Let's see. I inked up my thumb. Now I'm going to ink up my fingers, so I have two different sizes. Alright, so I did my thumb, the 2 at the top, and my first finger, the 2 at the bottom. Can you see what I'm going for, guys? I bet you can. I bet you know it's a butterfly. Then use your gel pen that came with it. Make kind of a little bit of an elliptical shape for the body. A round shape for his head. Give him some little antennas. Maybe give him some little stripies on his body or something to make him a little more interesting. Or her, whichever. Give a little bit of dotted line for flying. Mine's out there. I know if you could see what I was doing, that'd be better, but it's very self-explanatory when I show it to you. I'm gonna use, I'll tell you what, I'll use a red ink pen. Most of us have some kind of art supplies, markers or ink pens or something handy that our kids can use with our kits, right? Most kids already have some art supplies. Just ink pens, so think gel pens or markers or whatever. And then I will use pink. No. No. I'm going to use another ink pad. Ink in my little finger here. My pinky. Making a flower. Sort of made a center for the flower. Sort of. Don't ask. Trying to make it nicer because I don't like how I did it. Okay, I'm like 5 years old or whatever making this, okay? Think of it that way. Alright, using my colored pencil to add a little something to it. These are not the world's best colored pencils. They're like retractable ones. And this part comes off. I thought that it had an eraser. Maybe I was wrong. Anyway. They're cute. I got them somewhere, but they don't work as well as I would like. Just using a little ink pen here to 8-year-old me drew this. Remember? So no judging 8-year-old me on my art skills. See you judging me. Okay, again, you know, provided you have other art supplies with you. If you don't, obviously, no biggie. They could do something with what they have, you know, just the pen and the stamps. They could. I am adding more to it because I am assuming that you have other art supplies that you can toss in your purse. But you don't have to. You can just, clearly you can just use the pen and the blue, yellow, red, and green ink. And you could have done, you know, I used colored pencil. You could have used your thumb and done a sun. I did the flower being with suns, but then I used, you know, you could take your green and with the lid off, and then say this is green, and inked the grass, okay? You don't have to use anything that all the other details could be done with the pen. I just did it just to give it some color so that you can see it better on the screen, and because I'm extra like that. But see, he's got just a little butterfly flying away from the flower, or, you know, up towards the sun. I said don't make fun of my art skills. That's not nice. Alright, so let's go with the acrylic paint and see what that looks like. I'm not going to spend near as much time. I'm just going to swatch the colors because I don't have as much time. You know what? I'm going to swatch. I'm not even going to use the paper that came with it because I don't want to waste that when I have this wasted piece already that my snowman got messed up. I put his scarf over his face. I'm going to open up my paints. You just got the little thing on the end. You just turn the cap around, poke it, and it starts shooting out already because contents is under pressure. Put a dab, just a very tiny dab in the paint tray, in the palette. A little dab of each color. And I didn't it everywhere. Why do I have to be messy? No, I don't use acrylic paint. This is John's domain. Like I said, I'm just going to sort of swatch the colors. Nice. Nice blue. Wipe it off on here because I didn't bring any water in because I wasn't thinking. Wow, these are nice. Nice, nice, nice. There's the colors. But now let's mix. Some yellow and red and get an orange maybe. Nice. How about some yellow and some blue and make a green. Okay, these are nice. The paintbrush is even pretty nice considering, you know, I'm not losing any hairs. I'm wiping it on they're not coming out. This is maybe a little bit nicer paintbrush than what I would anticipate getting, for, you know, what I would expect to get for $3 in a small kit. The hairs aren't going every way and they're not coming out. So that's a really nice, you know, quality brush for the $3 price. And we're back. Sorry, my battery went dead. So all I did was swatch these, and they are in the order of this, but minus the white, because white's not going to show up on there unless I paint it on over stuff. So pretty good, pretty good. Like those. I mean, they're actually pretty good quality considering that they are just little kids, you know, watercolor paints. Sort of, you know, probably the quality that you would get in a kid's set for school. You know, your very basic watercolor kit. I like it a lot. I like, again, here's the acrylic. You can see the difference. You know, acrylic's a lot more, the color's a lot more pigmented, a lot more dense, because, you know, this is meant to be more, a bit more transparent and stuff, where this is meant to be more opaque. And you probably know all those things. And I don't explain things the best. So this kit to make the bells comes with these little tiny clay pots. They have a hole in the bottom. There's 4 of those. It comes with your twine, baker's twine, in red and white. 4 jangly bells. 4 different color painted beads. There's pink, blue, red, pink, blue, red, and green. And you've got your paint pots. White, pink, red, blue, and green. Okay? And then you have a bit of instruction. I'm really pressed for time, so I'll do my best. Oh, and it has the little paintbrush, and it actually does have the little plastic piece, which they shoved on and made the hairs go every which way. Chop those off that are just really, there's no coming back from that. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna paint one to look a little bit like a hat, I think. In the interest of time, I'm gonna use a little bit different paintbrush to do the main color. Sorry guys, a flat brush that I can, and I want it to look kind of like a stocking cap. Why? I don't know, because that's what my brain's telling me. Just painting it on there. It probably needs a couple of coats. This is very porous, so it does soak up that paint pretty quick. So it probably will dry kind of fast. Just look at it and make sure you got all the terracotta colored, I think that's considered terracotta, whatever, covered. The pot color all covered. Probably be alright. I'm going to paint the top part, which would be the bottom part if it was holding a plant. I don't know how it's going to look, but this is what I've got going on in my brain here. I'm going to do some white for the brim. The white definitely is one that would take an extra coat because it is not covering. Trying not to get too close to the edge of the green right yet because the green's not quite completely dry, and I don't want to drag it through the white part and make it harder on myself to touch it up. I'll show you this one, and then off camera I'll try to do the other 3 and show you all of them together at the end. You can see these are meant to hang on your tree, but you could definitely hang it from a package or from a garland. You know, get a couple packs of them and do them on a garland, or you know, some other kind of arrangement, like, you know, hang them down like from a, you could make them into a wind chime kind of thing where they like sort of bump into each other if you're careful and don't bump them so hard that they break. Something like that, you know what I mean? There's lots of things you could do. Limited by your imagination only. Probably not going to have a perfect line around this because I'm shaking and I'm in a hurry, and the more I'm worried about it and I'm in a hurry, the shakier it's getting. You know what I mean? Trying to hurry. Think of it as fur. I think that's a way to get away with it, guys, that it's shaky. Call it fur. I don't know why this made me think a hat. I don't know. It's just what I was seeing. I think because of the bead that I'm going to put at the top. I don't know why mine has polka dots, but mine has polka dots. I want to, my pink ball, I don't want it to be pink. I'm going to paint it white. Pokey pull. Hey, that's an idea. I was like, how am I going to paint this? How am I going to paint this and hold it at the same time? I'm going to use my tool, which I really don't want to, my Cricut tool here, that I don't really want to have covered in paint, but I don't want a pink volley. I guess I could have left it pink and done a different one with pink, but then I wouldn't have a white one for this one. Alright, it's going to take a couple coats to cover the white, or the pink with white. Trying to save myself some time. Bye. Okay, the white did not work out too well because I'm not patient enough to let it dry because I gotta go. So what am I doing? I'm rolling it in glue and glitter. And I will incorporate that pink in there somehow. I know it didn't come with the glue or the glitter. I told you I gotta be extra like that. Just know that you can use your supplies if you have them, and if you don't have to. You can use what's there. I was just trying to get rid of the pink, but you know, pink and green go alright together. Maybe I'll add pink dots to the hat, you know, maybe. Alright, so we get our string off of here, put that through here, through this little bell. There's probably not going to be enough of the string for all 4 of them, really. Use any string you've got. If you're really careful, there might be, but you gotta have enough room to put it up through the hole and tie it and leave yourself a little loop to hang your ornament from. I think it would look neat is if you have really small little holly leaves or little tiny poinsettia that you could put on the top of this. It'd look really cute. I cut it too short, trying to give myself enough to do the other 3, but it's not giving me like a lot of room to tie it, so I'm going to use this tool to poke it through and tie my knot. I mean, I have room, it's just not room for my fingers, and I got little fingers. Alright, I want my little bead to stay down like it's a hat, so I'm going to actually put a drop of my Aleene's tacky glue and try to hold that there. And also, that should give me plenty. I also want to put a dab of glue at the top because I don't want the string to pull all the way up. I want that clacker to hang down so it has room to clack. That's my, you know, preference to do it this way. You do not have to. I'm gonna let that dry. I'm gonna do some details on the little, hear it? And it hangs from this little loopy, but I don't want to pull on it. And I'm thinking of it as like a green, like stocking cap. I'm probably going to go through and put little stripies or something on there, somehow to decorate it up. But you can do whatever you want. I'll show you the little topper here that shows you what they did on the different ones. So, and here's the instructions of how to put them together and all of that, which is really self-explanatory. So anyways, I will do those up, fancy them up a little bit, and show them to you at a later, you know, at the end of this video. I'll be right back. Hi, different day, same video. Unfortunately, I didn't get back to this when I wanted to, so, but look guys, I'm wearing a different scarf. It's one of my Miss A scarves. Isn't that so lovely? All this, I don't know if you can really see it. I know I showed it to you in a video, but look at that. Look at all that on there. Isn't that beautiful? I know it's not really yellow, but I'm hoping that the colors go well enough for fall. Different shirt. I have more than one shirt in this color. I've never liked a yellow color, but I'm liking this like golden mustardy color, and I think it makes me look less pale. Usually yellow makes me look yellow, but this yellow seems to be better. It doesn't, maybe it does make me look yellow, but you'll have to tell me. Oh, anyhow, let's scoot in and let's not break our phone. Anyhow, I wanted to show you how this dried because I don't even know myself. My little hat ornament. I think I'm going to do one more coat because it's a little bit streaky, and I think that I want to see how I did the hat part, the little pom-pom for the hat. I did it in with the glitter. I think I'm going to do the glitter around this portion as well, and then I'm going to paint up these 3, and I'll be back with you in a moment so you can see what that all looks like. Be right back. I was just working away, talking to you guys. And I forgot to hit record. So I just sitting here working away on the snow globe thing. And you guys have no idea what I've done so far. So let me tell you. All right. One thing that I like to do when I'm doing wooden ornaments is instead of painting them, I like to use colored pencils. Why? I don't know. It's just something that when I was a kid and we were doing wooden ornaments for our tree, just something that I think because my mom may not have wanted to deal with the paint mess, she got out markers and colored pencils, and I gravitated towards the colored pencils. And I think even the markers, because back in the day, you know, they were not washable. I think that, you know, they weren't her go-to. I think that we mostly had colored pencils for variety of color. So at any rate, so because I used to do it that way as a kid, I've just done that. I did it that way with my kids, and I still do it that way today. So this all started out, the color of these beads, this light, you know, pine color. And I have colored each little house. The church is blue because the snow wouldn't show up against a white church. But I don't know if you can tell, there is tape, like Scotch tape, in the over the windows. And then I put, let's see if I can get, so that it's like stained glass for just the church windows. And then the middle house, I did in like a combination of orange and brown and green. And then I drew with a really fine tipped marker brick detail. I don't know if you can see it. You can see it close up. And then the yellow house in the front is the only one that has what's supposed to be Christmas lights on it because it's tall and it's in the front, and it was easier. I didn't think it was appropriate for the church and it wouldn't show up against the brick. Anyways, that's where we are. Can you see? And each house has some little bushes drawn on with colored pencil and marker. So, all right. So that's where we, oh, and for the base of it, I painted the, you know, the snow part white, and I did a little bit of glitter on top of that. But it's going to have loose snow also. But this part, the base around it and the bottom, I painted with, what kind is it? I think it's apple, is it apple barrel or whatever, the paints you can get at Walmart. They're acrylic paints. I watered that down with some water and I painted it on so it would be like a wood stain, and you still get the wood grain. Although on the bottom, I'm trying to paint it because it had writing on the bottom in black. I don't want that to show, so I was trying to cover that up with a healthy dose of that brown. Trying to hide those words so that, because you may be able to see this from, you know, a little bit on the bottom. While it's hanging on your tree, depending on if you're sitting or standing, you know, depending on where it's hanging, you may be able to see. Put another coat on there because it was starting to dry. Now I can't set it down, and I can't push the button. Okay, so while that's drying, I hear people. I wanted to go back to our bells that I painted up to be like, I took my inspiration from like ugly Christmas sweaters, and I made them all like, you know, the stocking caps. So this one's got, I watered down, the blue is really dark that came in it, and so I used white, and I made some light blue, but I also took the pink and the light blue that I made and made some purple for the brim. So there's blue lines, you know, like the stretchy, you know, lines, and then the top is the blue, pink with white polka dots, and that has glitter on it. So there's the pink one, and then we have this blue and pink one again with the blue, but it has, sorry, cat hair, or something. It's got the darker blue for the bead here. I painted over, I think, a red one and made it the dark blue, and did some dark blue details. The the dots there that you see down at the bottom with the pink brim is, there's dark blue, there's light blue, like chevron kind of thing, and then, excuse me, dark blue. And then I put the glitter over that. Then I put glitter, I did those pleats or whatever you want to say they are, flower petals, whatever, I don't know what they are, in the dark blue, and then put just a dot of glue in the middle, and did the glitter there and glitter on the ball of the cap. And you can hear the bell inside. Sorry, I'm having asthma trouble. So there's those two. And then I saved the two I like the best for last. This is the first one I started with. Remember, it was green and pink. So I made like stocking caps, or maybe pink trees with blue little stars on top, or what to me it looks like stocking caps on a stocking cap. But there's little blue dots that you can't really see much under the glitter along that pink brim. And then the pink fuzzy glitter ball on the top. So there's a light pink, and then that like hot pink or whatever, Pepto-Bismol pink, and then the green in that light blue. I kind of like this one. It does make me think of an ugly Christmas sweater. And then my favorite one, and it is just red and green and white, as you can see, but the white stripe in the middle has the glitter. So they all have some glitter. And then around the brim, you see the green dots, but then there's green stripes there with red dots in between it, and the green ball on the hat. So, and they all do tinkle if you shake it around. Let me see if I can get them all for you at once. Probably not, because there wasn't enough string, in my opinion. You needed almost twice as much string to do these. So they really just don't have enough string to, well, they'll be fine with a hook through them, but I mean, like, it would have been better. I would have made little bows on them. I would have, if I had little greenery and things, like little tiny holly leaves, or little tiny, like, the green bottle brush or something, I would have liked to have put greenery and things like that on them to dress them up, or some little bows or something, but I'm leaving them as is, because I think that they're quite patterned enough. They really don't have to have anything more, but let me know in the comments which one you like, if you like any of them. So I think that was a nice little kit to do. You know, children don't have to get quite that carried away. You don't need to do glitter with kids, because we know, I mean, if you could see my studio right now, it's quite sparkly. So, you know, you don't have to do the glitter. You don't have to do more than just the paint and the string and the bells. And just let them go at it. Let them finger paint it. You know, you don't even have to give them the brushes if you don't want to do that. So there are those. That brings us back to, this is dry enough on the bottom. It didn't take a long time. Probably going to end up with glitter stuck in the paint. Well, yes, let's stick this on this piece of paper. All right, so we have this cover that's going to go over this. That's going to be glued onto here, but it's also going to have some, snow inside of it. So, it seems to be a little dusty, or is it just my eyes? I'm not sure. It's probably all my, it's probably all of my glitter. But here's the little bag of snow that they provide. And I don't think I need all of that, but maybe I do. I don't know. I don't really want to cover up my houses, but I did put some of my own glitter underneath there to tie in with the snow on top of the house. All right, so they want you to turn your dome on its side and pour your snow in. I don't know if I want all of it in there, because, like I said, I don't want to bury my houses. So I might put only about half of it. because I put a lot of detail on my little houses, right? That's in there. Here's their glue that they provided, and they're saying it only takes 5 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and use it instead of the, maybe I'll do dots of it and dots of the Aleene's tacky glue just to make sure it stays. I mean, I guess that they probably put the kind of glue that they, you know, I'm never sure about these kits, about the glue that comes with it. I think I might just use just a little bit of my tacky glue, just in between those dots of glue. All right, guys, I'm going to leave this sit here and let it dry, and I'll be back with you in a few because I hear grandchildren. Apparently, they are here for a visit. Let me see, where's my line in my globe? I want it on the sides. All right. All right, so anyways, hopefully you can see this. It's not completely dry, but, and when you turn it over, little bits of the snow comes out the very top, which is not ideal. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that. I'm going to put something over that here. I don't know if you can see where I'm pointing at, where the hook is, to plug that up. But there you go. There's my little small village inside of its snow globe. It's a good thing I didn't put more snow in there than I did, or you would lose a lot of the detail of the little houses. Let me see if I can't see what I'm showing you, or if it's even in frame, because I am like behind the camera, literally like behind the camera. I wish you could like see the little bricks and things. I don't think you can see them on camera probably. I wish that I would have used colored glitter for the stained glass windows on the church, but I didn't know where any was at that moment, and I wish I would have just taken the time to look. But hopefully you can see it. All right, let me go around my desk. But I have so much stuff that I'm working on, I can't hardly get around my room. So anyways, that is all my little kits. I actually have another little snow globe like this, and I think it fell out in the car, and I just realized it just now, but I think it's got a different scene. Again, these came from Target. I do recommend them for, not just for kids, but for adults as well. This was really fun to do. I mean, so were the little bells. All of it was, really. And, you know, Target never ceases to amaze me. I wish that this year they would have the stockings that they had last year. I'll try to put that, a link to that, whichever side, in the iCards, because I painted up a bunch of plain white stockings that had different, you know, different pictures on for the different people in my my grandkids and stuff. So hopefully you'll watch that and like it. Oh, these beads are supposed to be put on this twine. We didn't do that because the grandkids got here. Let's see. That's what the little plastic needle was for, which has got a nice big hole so that we can thread the beads on. I may or may not paint the beads, or you know what I might do is like stain every other one so that you'll get that brown that I used. Sorry guys, I was in the middle of doing the finishing up of this project when the grandkids got here a minute ago and totally lost what I was doing. Putting a drop of glue on the knot to try to keep it from coming untied. So there we go. Cute, huh? I'll probably put like a bow here once it dries. And so let me know in the comments, what do you think of these little kits? I'm hoping that you were able to see them. Maybe you've seen them at Target, and maybe I showed them to you in a little bit better light. You know, in the packaging, it's hard to maybe imagine what they're going to look like or what they could look like. So just let me know, what did you like, what did you not like. Don't forget, it's Target Dollar Spot or the Bullseye Playground. That's where those are located. And most of the things are like $3. Please give me that big old thumbs up because it would really help my channel. And please subscribe to my channel. And please share my video with others so that maybe they might subscribe as well. And thank you for watching and listening to me babble. And I'm sorry if this is a really long one. I'll try to just condense it some. Bye, guys.